Good morning, YouTube. It's man, always George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Bodyman Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, folks, we had a couple of shows coming up this weekend. Most notably, one I'm going to talk about this one because even though it doesn't have women's bodybuilding, as a content maker on female bodybuilding, I might well talk about this show. I talked about it before in the past, but I'm decided I need to expand my content, and I just don't like I say just exclusively talk about women's bodybuilding, but also talk about physique also, and maybe a little figure every now and then. Just me growing up and being more aware. So anyway, we have a show coming up, and it is in Shreveport, Louisiana, and it is the Optima Classic. It's been a while for a good bit. I know a dear friend of mine, she competed in that show before, and that is a couple of dear friends of mine. That is Jada Beverly and Brittany Big Lemonade Books. That was a show I think Jada told me after she competed, she was told to go to women's bodybuilding, but I think she's better off someplace else. I think we've been talking. I think she's an amazing person, but I think she didn't have the aesthetic for women's bodybuilding. So this show is, like I said, I consider it more like it's closer to maybe a master's class show. A lot of competitors who are much of mature age, competing in the show, and also there's a couple ladies who's doing the show that interviewed a while back. So that's what I'm talking about here. So we have here the lists, and we have at least about 12 ladies at this show. Suggested that a certain person was suggested to do this show, but she decided to do New York. His thing is, I understand you want to, go stand against the best, but at the same time, you want to make sure you want to guarantee yourself a shot at the Olympia. Always think about that. Hey, the Olympia's a big show, and it's a great opportunity for that. So anyway, we have some ladies here, and like I said, some ladies I recognize, some ladies I don't know as much, and some ladies have been kind of active for a good part of the season. Now, first off, we have here one Miss Kenina Bonner. If I got the name wrong, I'm sorry. She's, as you know, I did a video about her a while back. And she serves our country, the United States Marine Corps. She is a sergeant, and she was one point she was competing as figure, and she turned pro. She competed in physique when she was in amateurs, and for the last couple of years, she competing as a physique competitor. I think she hadn't competed since 2021. Last time she competed. I don't say competed a lot, but yeah, in some words. Here we have I did an interview with Miss Elisa Copeland, and Lisa is from Canada. I'm a big fan of your bodybuilders in Canada. And she had competed since I think 2019. She's been to Olympia. That was the last time back in 2019, I believe. And this is her return. I think this is probably a good show to start off, where you don't have too many big names, too many big bodies, and maybe she has a good opportunity to maybe get another shot to the Olympia. Here we have Mimi Solange, and Mimi, she's from Cameroon, Africa, and she won the show last year, which had qualified her for her first Olympia. Now, she's a returning champion. There's a chance she might win. I mean, it might be a big bounce back after taking 5th at the Pittsburgh Pro, especially as showing who did. So, I'm not going to talk about too much. Here we have is Anna Harris. We've not seen Miss Harris since last year. She took second to Jamie Feldman at the Tampa Bay, and I think she did the Texas Pro next. But then, she had I think she had points qualification, but she didn't compete at the Olympia, or she came up short. I'm trying to remember. It's one of the two. Here we have Mrs. Marika Jones. Now she also competed. This is her season debut. Now she competed at St. Louis just about a couple of weeks ago, and she looks very impressive. She was at one point she was double dipping in physique and figure, and also she's a mom. I wish her a happy belated Mother's Day. We have here one Miss Angelo Merrick. Miss Merrick, I will go by last name, Miss Merrick. She competed in Vancouver just about a little over a month ago. And then turn around, she's now did St. Louis about a couple weeks ago, now this show. And she's also from Canada. She's staying busy, doing 2 shows in the US and then one in her home country. Have here one Miss Jessica Martin. Now, it's different. There's 2 Jessica Martins. There's the bodybuilding Jessica Martin, and there's the physique Jessica Martin. I think she just turned pro some time ago, and I think this is going to be her pro debut. We have here one Miss Kiana McClinty. Yeah, I believe that's her name. That's her name. She just turned pro at the last year's Nationals. Don't know much about her, but I think she's been competing for a good bit. I think she also was a double dipper, doing women's physique and figure. Have here a lady I did interview a while back. Another lady I did interview a while back. A lovely lady straight from Texas. This is the lovely Mrs. Tony McMurtry. And she's an amazing lady. We keep in contact. I hope she does well this show. Maybe even, qualify for the Olympia. I'm a big fan of Tony. Remember I did one of my comparison videos with her and another lady, Haley Perry, and both of these I interviewed, and I'm still in contact with them. But I hope Tony does good at this show. Here we have Ella Alvarez Romero, and she competed at the St. Louis show. She's from Spain, and we see a lot more of competitors coming from Europe to compete in these American shows because, like I said, there's more opportunities over here. It is over Europe. She might even do the Portugal or maybe even the European Championships in her own backyard. So we wish her best of luck. We have here a lady I did a video about just one of my I made a video about a while back. This is Captain Yaris Ramirez. Ramos Perez, and she's just like Miss Bonner, Mrs. Perez, which represents our country in the United States Army. And this is a show she's done before, and I hope she qualify for the Olympia. I think she has a great physique. I mean, I reached out to her some time ago about doing an interview, but she's a busy lady, family, everything else. Maybe I'll try to reach out again. Maybe she has the time. And last we have here Donna Williams, and she's been competing for a good bit. She competed also last year at the Optimum Classic. I've done a video about her. I think she's also a mother, and she's been competing for a good while. I hope she does well on the show too. So anyway, the show is going to be Saturday, May 20th. They usually start around about 7, 8 o'clock. That's the pre-judging. And then later on in the evening, they have the finals. My predictions, like I said, possible top 3 of the show. I most definitely feel that Anna Harris has a chance because she, as you remember back in I think it was 2022. It was 2021. 2021, she earned her pro qualification at the Arnold Schwarzenegger Amateur Classic, and then she made her first Olympia that same year. But then after 2021, she kind of just, I don't know, maybe just she was doing well in the point system, but my guess she didn't get enough points to qualify for Olympia, or she changed her mind. I think she was qualified, but I think she changed her mind and not did the show. I don't know, but and then you also have Mimi. There's a possibility she might win the show again. It's all dependent. She was some say she was kind of off at Pittsburgh. Maybe she just need to come in a little tighter. And that's been at least about a week ago. So, sometimes you can make the changes enough time to come in the right condition and shape. And then I would say, I think those are the top 2, I would say. But if I put anybody is maybe, third, top 3, I'm gonna flip a coin. Maybe I'll be a bit biased because I'm interviewing both these ladies. I'm gonna say Tony or Alisa. Yeah, I think possibly one of those 2 that might be crack the top 3. All the ladies are very impressive. And like I said, this is more. Some people might see it more as like one of the few shows where masters qualify. I think I would say, like I said, a lot of these ladies are much mature. You don't see many of the more younger competitors doing this show. It's more, I would say it's closer to I would honestly say it's closer to a Masters, Olympia qualifier for the main Olympia. It's like this is more like a master show because I think they have figure masters, but and I think many competitors are much like 30 or over. But like I said, I might talk about the show a little more in the future. And I don't, like I said before, my thing was I didn't talk about shows that didn't have women's bodybuilding. But as I said again, I'm trying to be more expansive as a content creator. So like I said, check out the show. It's going to be on the same day as the New York Pro coming up this weekend. And like I said, just if you can't, like I said, I think whatever, would you feel like you want to support women's bodybuilding, even though some of you guys who follow my channel, you're more for women's bodybuilding, but still, physique is still female bodybuilding. Women's bodybuilding is female bodybuilders, and you might want to say it like that, but it's all the same thing. It's just different styles and looks and conditioning and all that. But just be fair. Be open minded. Anyway, it's me, always George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Bodybuilding Talk. Like, don't like, subscribe. I'm out.